Kanye West has always been a man of extremes, a figure whose life and career have been nothing short of a roller coaster. From groundbreaking music to public controversies, Kanye has consistently grabbed headlines. But it's his personal life, particularly his relationship with Kim Kardashian, that has been the subject of public fascination for years. Now, Kanye is back in the news with a statement that has everyone talking. According to recent reports, Kanye West allegedly wants to team up with Ray J to release a second Euro X tape featuring Kim Kardashian. Yes, you read that right. Kanye wants to hit Kim from both sides, as he put it, for a Superstar Part 2. For most, the news would be shocking, but for Kanye, it's just another moment in a saga that seems to never end. His relationship with Kim Kardashian has been one of the most talked about, controversial, and publicized romances in recent history. From their whirlwind romance to their marriage and eventual divorce, their love story has played out like a reality show, with highs, lows, and everything in between. But now, it appears that Kanye's feelings toward Kim have shifted in a way no one expected. Let's take a step back and look at the history between Kanye and Kim. The two first met in the early 2000s, but only began dating in 2012. Kanye, already a superstar in his own right, was drawn to Kim, who was emerging as a global media personality. Their chemistry was undeniable, and their relationship quickly became a media sensation. Kim, at the time, was still recovering from the fallout of her infamous Euro X tape with Ray J, a tape that had launched her into the public eye years before. Kanye, however, appeared to be undeterred by Kim's past. In fact, it seemed like he was the one man who truly understood her, someone who could look beyond her media persona and see the real Kim Kardashian. When Kanye and Kim got married in 2014, it felt like a fairy tale. Their wedding was the event of the year, with celebrities, high fashion, and luxury at every corner. Kanye often spoke about how Kim was his muse, his inspiration, and the woman who had reignited his belief in love. For Kanye, who had experienced heartbreak in the past, Kim was the one who made him feel like he could love again. Their relationship seemed to have it all: the power couple status, the lavish lifestyle, and the perfect family. But as with most fairy tales, things began to unravel. Their marriage, once filled with public displays of affection, started to face cracks. Kanye's mental health struggles, his controversial behavior, and his increasingly erratic public appearances created tension between the couple. Meanwhile, Kim was growing in her own career, becoming a successful businesswoman, and balancing her role as a mother of 4 children. Despite their efforts to make it work, the couple eventually filed for divorce in 2021, sending shockwaves through the media. Since their split, both Kanye and Kim have moved on with their lives. Kim has been dating comedian Pete Davidson, while Kanye has been linked to several women, including model Irina Shayk. However, it seems like the pain of their breakup still lingers for Kanye. His recent comments about wanting to release a second Euro X tape with Ray J seem to be fueled by a mix of resentment, anger, and a deep, unresolved love for Kim. Kanye's statement about hitting Kim from both sides for the Superstar Part 2 is not just a random comment. It's a calculated jab. In Kanye's mind, he sees this as a way to exact some form of revenge, to publicly humiliate Kim in a way that only he can. After all, Kim's rise to fame was largely due to the scandalous Euro X tape with Ray J, a tape that she has tried to distance herself from over the years. By suggesting a sequel, Kanye seems to be trying to take control of the narrative, turning Kim's past into a weapon against her. But beyond the shock factor, Kanye's words reveal something deeper about his relationship with Kim. For Kanye, Kim was the one woman who made him believe in love again. He has often spoken about how she helped him heal from past wounds and how she was the person who made him feel like he could finally experience the kind of love he had always wanted. But now, that love is gone, and Kanye is clearly struggling to cope with the loss. His attempt to revisit Kim's past and bring it to the forefront in such a public way is likely his way of holding on to the past, a way to keep his feelings for Kim alive in a world where their relationship has ended. It's important to understand that Kanye is no stranger to public drama. He's made headlines countless times for his outspoken opinions, unpredictable behavior, and his often controversial statements. But this recent comment about releasing a second Euro X tape with Ray J seems to be a step too far for many. It's one thing to air grievances publicly, but it's another to involve someone else's private life in such a personal way. Kim Kardashian, despite her public persona, is still a human being, and for Kanye to bring up her past in this way shows just how much anger and bitterness he still holds. It's unclear whether Kanye is seriously planning to work with Ray J on a second Euro X tape, or if this is just a dramatic way for him to express his hurt. After all, Kanye has always been known for his outlandish statements and his ability to stir up controversy. But what is clear is that he's not ready to let go of Kim. Despite everything that has happened between them, Kanye's feelings for her seem to remain raw, unhealed, and very much a part of his public persona. Kim, on the other hand, has largely stayed silent about Kanye's recent comments. She has moved on with her life, focusing on her children, her businesses, and her own personal growth. But it's hard to ignore the fact that Kanye's public display of bitterness and anger toward her could have a lasting impact on her. She spent years building her brand and carefully crafting her image, and now, with Kanye's comments, she may find herself once again at the center of a media storm she didn't ask for. The idea of a Superstar Part 2 is, in many ways, a reflection of the ongoing tension between Kanye and Kim. It's a reminder of their shared history and the public spectacle that their relationship became. But it's also a reminder of the pain and betrayal that Kanye feels. For him, the love he once had for Kim is now lost, and in its place is a deep sense of anger and frustration. His attempt to use Kim's past as a tool for revenge shows just how much he is still struggling to move on. Kanye's latest statement may be shocking, but it's also a reflection of his ongoing struggle with love, loss, and forgiveness. His relationship with Kim Kardashian was once the most talked about romance in the world, and now it seems like he can't let go of it. Whether this is a cry for attention, a desperate attempt to reclaim something lost, or simply a way to keep the public interested in his drama, one thing is clear: Kanye is far from over Kim Kardashian. The question is whether Kim, or anyone else for that matter, will ever truly be able to move on from Kanye's very public version of love.